Hello, welcome to Content Manager online training for the College of Arts and Sciences Standard Sites. I'm Jody Crowley-Jones and I'm from ASC Communications. Arts and Sciences websites are supported by both ASC Communications and ASC Technology Services. I will be your instructor for this class, which will help you understand how to build and manage your website. At the end of each video, there is a short quiz to help emphasize what has been covered. This training builds on what you learned in the Content Editor online training. If you have not completed Content Editor training, please contact Arts and Sciences Communications. After you have completed all the videos, you will need to contact us at asccomm@osu.edu to receive Content Manager access to your chosen ASC website. In this video, you will learn site structure, naming conventions, and creating new basic pages on your site. As a content manager, you will provide edits and updates just as a content editor. However, the content manager is also responsible for adding pages and maintaining the structure or navigation of the website. It also includes managing the menu system and maintaining site standards and accessibility. When a site is created, one of the first things that needs to be determined is who is the primary audience of the site. Simultaneously, you must determine what do we want them to do or know. This quickly turns into a discussion of how the content must be organized to be easily and quickly identified. The organization then becomes a division of the content into logical parts or primary sections of the site that are then developed into a hierarchy so that within each of them there is a logical distribution of the content. The primary sections form the backbone of the navigation system and become the primary navigation to take visitors deeper into the website. They need to be selected with care, keeping in mind that the web structure is shaped by them. Further developing the structure creates a secondary navigation to show the reader how to use the site in a manner where they can be sure they are getting to the correct information. Developing a sound structure and navigation with a clear audience focus makes everything else fall into place. As you develop the structure for the website, you will be involved with the naming of page URLs, requiring you to utilize a section and page naming convention. Develop a standard for naming your pages. To begin, name pages within a given section by the same section or root name. Each major topic of the website is an area. For example, all people information belong to the people section and are thus named /people/name of person. All student information belong to the student section and are thus named /student/information. Organize subdirectories in the same consistent manner when naming your pages. By maintaining the site structure in this manner, readers are kept aware of section relationships. In addition, it serves as a strategy to keep the site files organized. Use all lowercase so that the page names will be recognized by all servers around the world. Also, by maintaining the standard of all lowercase, the pages can be named without stopping to decide about capitalization, thus causing fewer mistakes. Separate words in a name with a dash. A space must not be used, as some servers do not understand a space and will replace it with code notation such as ASCII code. This then can create difficulties for the reader trying to locate a page. Underscores like can_tuna do not work with all search engines, such as Google. They simply remove the underscore and search on all the letters slammed together, can't-una, giving an incorrect outcome. And finally, keep URLs shorter than 78 characters. Long URLs are difficult to remember and will wrap when emailed or used in other locations. Now we are ready to create a basic page. To get started, log into the website, select the wrench in the upper left corner, select Add Content, and display the Content Types menu. We will see that in addition to the previous content that we could create as a content editor, there are now two new types: Basic Page, Microsite Page. Remember from content editor training that the majority of the pages in any of our websites are built from a basic page form. Although basic pages can be edited by content editors, only content managers can create them. Select Basic Page. A new form with blank fields will appear. Required fields will be indicated by the red asterisk following the field name. The only required field on the basic page is the title field. This can be helpful so that you, as a content manager, can create an entire section of pages with only titles. Make sure they are appropriately named and placed in menus correctly, and then turn them over to the content editors to populate. As a content manager, you are also responsible for quality management of not just the structural maintenance, but of the content. For example, never cut and paste directly into a Drupal form. To ensure a good-looking and consistent website, do not use cut and paste to transfer information from any other program. Otherwise, you could be importing corrupted code into your website. Instead, use one of two options provided. Paste as plain text, used when copying from one web page to another, or paste from Word, used when copying from Microsoft Word. All editors and managers on a website are responsible for the accessibility of the site, as it is both a legal and ethical issue. However, as a content manager, you take on added responsibility with the control of page names and menus and associated links. This brings with it the expectation that you will make sure all links and all pages are prepared and written in an accessible manner. 3 key items to check for are header. Organize the pages as outline and add headers accordingly. Do not use headers to format text, such as simply to add bold text. Links. Add alternative text. And images. Add alternative text for accessibility and title text for usability. The other new content that a content manager can create is the microsite page. This page will appear exactly like a basic page. The only difference is the underlying programming within it that allows it to work within a microsite. And now, please continue with our next video to learn about URL path settings, menus, and adjusting menu items.